When trees are processed and used for timber, the wood that's produced is commonly referred to as either a softwood or hardwood. Although it's true that most hardwoods are physically harder than most softwoods, it's not always the case. For example, balsa, the soft, whitish, lightweight wood that's used to make model aeroplanes, is actually a hardwood. By contrast, cypress pine, the hard-wearing, durable timber used in flooring and fencing, is actually a softwood. So what's the real difference between a softwood and a hardwood if it isn't the hardness of the timber? One of the basic differences is in the cell structure of the wood fibers. Another is in the way the growing trees reproduce. Let's look firstly at the cell structure. The xylem tissue of softwoods is made up of tracheids. You can see in this magnified image that the latewood tracheids have thick cell walls and small cell cavities. To the naked eye, they will appear as a dark growth ring. The earlywood tracheids have thinner cell walls and much larger cavities. They appear as a wide band of lighter-colored wood tissue in between the latewood rings. Tracheids perform two functions. They transport liquids from the roots to the leaves, and also provide structural support to the tree. The ray parenchyma, or medullary rays, are used to transport and store food supplies. They radiate from the center of the tree towards the bark. Food that isn't needed immediately for growing is stored in the ray cells in the form of starch. Hardwood trees have a different cell structure in the xylem tissue. Liquids are transported through vessels, also called pores, which are arranged vertically to form columns. Structural support is provided by the surrounding fibers, which make up the bulk of the wood. Fibers have very heavy cell walls and cavities that are generally too small to allow the movement of liquids. The ray parenchyma perform a similar function to the ray cells in softwoods, storing unused food supplies and allowing the movement of liquids sideways. Now let's look at the reproductive systems of softwood and hardwood trees. Botanically speaking, softwoods are gymnosperms, which means naked seeds. This is a reference to the fact that the seeds are exposed when the scales on a softwood cone open up. Most gymnosperms are conifers and have needle-shaped or scale-like leaves. All conifers bear their seeds in cones. When the scales of the cone open up or disintegrate, the seeds are exposed to the environment and are able to be dispersed by the wind or carried away by birds and animals. Hardwood trees, by contrast, are angiosperms, which literally means they have covered seeds. The covering is generally in the form of a fruit contained inside a gumnut or flower. The petals on the flowers are designed to attract pollinators, such as birds, bees, bats, and butterflies, although some eucalypts have buds that incorporate the petals into the gumnut cap. Go back to the web page for this lesson to see a list of common timber species, categorized according to whether they are a hardwood or softwood. Some of the species might surprise you, but remember, botanically speaking, hardwoods are pored timbers and softwoods are non-pored timbers. In other words, if the cell structure contains pores, it's a hardwood. If the structure contains tracheids, it's a softwood.